My name is Natalie Grafton, and I'm a sophomore here at Feather River College. I'm in English 101. My professor is Gina Warren, and the topic I'm going to be covering today is third places and uniting a divided country. Third places, and what are they? Third places are defined as a public gathering spaces that contributes to the strength of the community. This third place can be a spot you are familiar with, where you can go and connect with others who you know or people who you are unfamiliar with. You will often share a common interest or activity with people in this third place. Public gathering spaces, being able to connect with others, and diversity are all things that make up a good third place. Some examples of third spaces are local coffee shops, the gym, the library, church, and there are many other places as well. Big cities and social media, why they don't work as third places. They are diverse, but they are very separate. They are made up of different communities where they are clearly labeled for their beliefs or anything else that makes them stand out. They are made up of many ethnic enclaves, both on social media and in big cities. For example, a huge ethnic enclave that stood out to me is Chinatown in San Francisco. Starbucks isn't really a good third place because its whole operation is to provide coffee quickly to their customer and send them on their way. The employees aren't personable and they just call your name when your order is ready and get back to work. They encourage you to not sit down by putting food and their drinks in to-go containers. Other coffee shops, like small businesses, talk with you and get to know you and even memorize your drink. People come in for the interaction, not just for the coffee. I have a lot of personal experience with this because I work at a local coffee shop in Quincy called Quincy Provisions, or more commonly known as Carrie's Candy. We have so many come in, and every day they socialize and communicate with each other. I've seen people reconnect and sit down with a cup of coffee, and I've also seen people who have just met share a conversation with some food. Not only do the customers experience this, but the workers do as well. I have met so many different types of people. They come in for their regular and catch up with us until their drink is finished. I have this one lady who comes in, and she's been coming in ever since I started. And she always asks me how my day was and what I'm doing and how everything's going. And I'm on the rodeo team, and she always asks how my uh, rodeo stuff is doing, which is really sweet. She even saw something um, and thought of me and bought it for me. It was a cool poster, and so it meant a lot. It was really sweet, but we always get really excited to see each other when she comes in. Diversity and communication and why that is so important. Diversity and communication are so important because we don't want to lose touch with our cultural traditions, but we also don't want to isolate ourselves from the rest of the world. Diversity on its own actually lowers trust, and individuals who regularly talk with their neighbor are less influenced by the racial and ethnic character of their surrounding than people who lack such social interaction. Polarization. Polarization is based on us versus them mentalities. People can become polarized for many different reasons, like religion, politics, difference in opinion, and the difference between rich and poor. Being in a third place allows people to look at each other and just see other people. They might have different political and religious identities, but they are all just human. No matter how much money you have or whatever things you own, it doesn't matter. Overcoming polarization in a good third place. Overcoming polarization seems difficult at first, but can be overcome with a good third place. This can bring people together not by their differences, but with their similarities. Two or more people can be so different but have lots of love for the same thing. A good third place can act as a moment of identification. Members of two groups can share a love for the third place. Thank you for listening to my speech.